Hello all my wonderful family and friends. We are out here again today. It's been a few weeks since I've been here. Daniel's spent a bit of time here in the last couple of weeks doing some work with his mum and dad, and I wasn't able to film anything because they were so busy. And last weekend was Father's Day, so Leon and Daniel went out on Saturday and went to visit his dad, and then Sunday we hung out with my folks, and I got some studying done over the weekend while the boys were away. So much has changed since last time I was here, so let me show you around a bit. So one of the things that did happen is that Daniel trimmed our tree. So this tree has a lot of rot, and a number of the branches were just looking really sketchy, and they were overhanging a lot of this area. So they cut them, which is very disappointing because I love this tree. But now it's safe and it's not going to fall. We have this little guy right here that they made. That's a bit of fun. I've got a lot of firewood from the tree. So all of this was cut down. But yeah, so it's looking a little bit sad now.
It was meant to be all rainy all day. It is absolutely beautiful out here today. It was warm last night, and right now it's like 8 o'clock. It's just beautiful out here, and just wanted to provide an update to the shed. So the shed's finally up, and my parents came over on the weekend and they put in a bit of concrete inside the shed. So they've even put a nice little landing right there, and look at this. This is just absolutely beautiful. Look at this. I'll open the doors. So look at that. Concrete everywhere in the shed, and it's been placed with a gap all the way around. So if there's ever any condensation or anything like that, the water won't go onto the concrete, it will just flow out. This looks absolutely beautiful. This is amazing. This is where we're going to move a lot of our stuff into. And yeah, I'm very pleased with it. Mum and Dad have also put up a little lean-to at the back. So a bit of corrugated iron and a couple of brackets, and yeah, we're gonna have shipping pallets and the lean-to, and we're going to place a lot of my building material inside there, just to free up a little bit of the space in the lean-to, in the proper lean-to, the pergola / lean-to. So we got a lot of moving today. We're going to try and place heaps and heaps from the shipping container into the shed, and a lot of building material from the pergola into the new lean-to. So we're going to have lean-to 1, lean-to 2, we're going to have shed 1, shed 2, shed 3, shed 77. Yeah, well, we'll get there.
You know, when I spoke about wombats and they poo on rocks to mark their territory? Well, here's the proof. It's our fire pit. The bloody thing's pooped all over it. So my job for today. We've got one side of the shipping container clear. Dan's dad has finished all the walls and everything. And this is where all of our stuff is. So my job for today is to move all of this stuff into the shed. And then we have a desk that I'm going to bring inside. We're going to set up our little kitchenette, and we've got the swag inside, and we're going to be building a bit of a loft for a bed, and the couch will stay inside and some of the shelving will stay inside, almost like it's a tiny home. This is how we make phone calls. It's the only way we can get reception. it is lunchtime at the moment. It's about 12 o'clock and I have not moved a single box into the shed yet. Does anyone remember Malcolm in the Middle? When the dad tries to change a light bulb and he goes to change the light bulb and the shelf that the light bulbs are on is crooked, and so then he goes to the drawer to fix the shelf, and then the drawer's squeaky, so he goes to the shed to get WD-40 to fix the drawer, and then the WD's empty, so he gets in the car to go down and buy some WD-40, and then the car won't start, and then he ends up underneath the car, and the mum comes out and says, "I thought you were going to change the light bulb," and he goes, "What do you think I'm doing?" That's us today. That's us. Nothing is going right. Daniel is still trying to work on the shed, and every time he starts to do something, something else happens, and then he'll do that, and then something else happens, and he'll do that. And it's just a domino effect. So we haven't moved anything yet. And we have dinner reservations tonight in Cooma at this lovely, lovely little restaurant, because it is our wedding anniversary today. It's quite a way to spend a wedding anniversary. We have been married for 6 years today, and yeah, we're moving boxes into a shed. Trying to move boxes into a shed. Last year we were in COVID lockdown and we turned the compost. That was fun. At least we got a better view this year. So we're finally starting to move a lot of the boxes, and Daniel's getting me to go through a couple of them as we go so that we can kind of, you know, join a couple and get rid of shit and all of that. A few of the funny things that we found today, considering it's our wedding anniversary, is we found all of our table runners that we had that night, which I made. I also found a photo of us when we got engaged at Mossman Gorge up in Cairns. We had a huge road trip, and we left Canberra, we camped and drove all the way up to Cairns and back, and Daniel proposed up in Mossman Gorge, which was absolutely beautiful up there and really, really stunning, and it was stinking hot and it was raining, and yeah, it was just beautiful. Such a lovely place. So we found that. I found my wedding shoes. They're in a box somewhere. So yeah, we're finding a lot of cool stuff that we had. I have discovered I have way too much craft gear. I have a lot of craft stuff. But yeah, we're getting through it. We're into the thick of it now. We're almost through most of the boxes, and then behind us is the big furniture. There's a few more boxes in here to go, but we're starting to fill up the shed. It's kind of exciting. It also keeps raining. We just had an absolute downpour, and now it's sunny and lovely again. Everything's soaked, everything's wet. But we do have a decent amount of water in our new tank, which is really exciting. Seriously, not 10 minutes ago it was pouring. Look at this, it's blue sky and sunny and so beautiful right now, and stinking hot. I found my bobby pins from my wedding. It's a funny story. These bobby pins my mum wore at her wedding, and I wore them at my wedding. Just something little that I wanted to do for the day. So we had a really, really late night last night. It was about midnight by the time we crawled into bed. We went out for our anniversary and we had a really nice dinner at a restaurant in Cooma, Mediterranean restaurant. It was absolutely beautiful. And then we came back and we continued moving things into the shed. So we've moved everything. Let me show you around. We've currently got our swag. This little piece behind me will be a bed for Leon, which would be great. And then up here, along here, next weekend we're building a loft, and that loft will have our queen mattress on it, and then underneath, yeah, Leon's bed, and then a lot of cube shelving for storage. And then behind me here we have just like where all of our plates and cups are going to go, some of the kitchen utensilware, you know, cooking stuff. My desk over here is going to be our kitchen bench. We're thinking we may have a little separate kitchen area here at some point with a sink, because we don't have a sink at the moment. But this bench is going to be kind of our cooking area, our little gas burner. I went out the other day and I bought a big double gas burner because this thing's just not cutting the mustard. So I'll get that all set up. That will be our big kitchen area. We're going to put a little camping fridge underneath, which will run off the 12 volt. And my parents are giving us that today. This cupboard behind me here, this has got a lot of our pantry gear in it. I'm storing everything in these clip lock boxes just to keep them all really, really safe and kind of fresh and just away from the dirt and the mice. These big cupboards, so this is our TV unit from our last house, and this is Leon's chest of drawers from his bedroom. So at the moment Daniel's just using this for storage. These will eventually just be storage space, maybe some more food and things. I will put some big floating shelves up the top here on the wall, and that will be more storage. This is another one of my bookshelves that I use to keep all of my really nice glassware on. So that is just another really great storage space. And then of course our lovely couch is set up, and this couch has storage space underneath as well, so all of our blankets and the sleeping bags that we're not currently using and things like that, some towels, are all going in there. So we're looking pretty well set up. Daniel's even got his battery box in here. We've got a light up here that we can turn on at night time. The battery's hooked up to the solar panels, which are outside. I think eventually we will get a bigger battery system and bigger solar panels up on the roof, which would be really, really cool. We can run the fridge and all the lights. Daniel's going to be putting all electricals in. There's an electrical thing coming out here. We'll have 4 big lights in the ceiling, 2 small LEDs on either end, and then 2 large ones in the middle. We've got a little connection down here that'll be for the fridge and the cooking stuff. There'll be a big panel on the wall here with all of the bits and pieces. Daniel's an electronics technician, so he's pretty good at doing all that. I have absolutely no idea what it all means. I am not an electronics technician. So that's looking good. The windows are all done. We've got like the nice window frames up around the door frames. I'm gonna maybe stain that and then paint everything else. That's a bit of a feature piece. I think that'll look really pretty. But we're looking pretty good. Let me go show you the shed and see how full it is. Here's the shed. It's absolutely chockers. These are the ones we still have to put tape around these because they are, you know, we don't really want them getting in. There's our dining table, a big outdoor glass table. I was a bit worried about moving this yesterday. All of our boxes, computer gear, swags, Daniel's boxing gear over there, part of our trampoline. Another coffee table is under here. We've got a second coffee table coming that we'll put on top and kind of just keep stacking things up. Our coffee table right now in our house is, or in our apartment, is being used as a TV unit. So once we are done with that, we'll just stack it up again, and then on top of that I'm going to put all of my really breakable things. We've got all our dining chairs in here. You know, chairs are really hard to store. They're really awkward. Our big gazebo for outside, like over Christmas. Camping stuff. It's all in here. It's getting pretty full. So it's absolutely beautiful this morning. Blue sky. The boys are doing some work at the back. We've got a lot of water sitting behind the shipping container, and at the moment Daniel's made kind of a channel and it's all draining into this bucket, and we've been keeping a lot of the water stored so that next time we need to do concreting we've got water, because at the moment we're having to walk down to the turtle pond and get water out because we didn't have enough water in our water tank. Now we do, it's actually coming out, so that's exciting. But yep, it is a stunning day. There is not a single cloud in the entire sky. It's probably about, I don't know, 12, 13, 14 degrees. I don't know how warm it is, but it's nice. And yeah, we saw our wombat yesterday. As we were going out to dinner, he was right on our driveway, and I jumped out of the car. I'll see if I can put like a tiny little clip in here. I jumped out of the car really quietly so I didn't scare the crap out of the poor thing. And then he ducked into our drain. At the front there's a drain that goes across like under our driveway. And he was in that, and then all you could see was this big wombat bum sticking out of this drain. He's a big boy. So hopefully, yeah, next time if he's around, yeah, I'll see if I can get some better footage of him. But anyway, that's us for the weekend. We will be out here next weekend again. We'll do the loft and some big things happening inside. But as always, stay safe and well, everyone. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye. He's right there in our drain. There's a wombat bum.